What's up, everyone? We're taking a break from the build at our homestead on our Test of Home channel to explore the emerald frontier of Zimbabwe, the Honde Valley.
Good morning, guys. Today we'll be traveling. We'll be going to Honde Valley to visit some family and friends. So we'll spend the whole day away from this place. So there won't be any updates around what's happening here. We'll probably come back after 2 days, a day or two. So we'll give you more updates when we're back. But yeah, this is just a quick update. It's 5:12 a.m. and we are actually ready to go on the journey. Yeah, it's raining actually. So
from here, we began our drive east, passing through Rusape, which is an important farming town and a key transit point for people traveling to the Eastern Highland. Once you take the Nyanga Road, the scenery slowly begins to change.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is just out of the YouTube or Netflix. You don't need shame.
As we continued driving deeper into the mountains, we entered what is known as Natural Region 1. This is the highest rainfall region in Zimbabwe, receiving between 1,500 and 2,500 milliliters of rain every year. The reason for this is something called orographic effect. Most air travels from the Indian Ocean through the mountains, and when it hits the highlands, it is forced upwards, cools down, and releases rain. That's why this whole region is incredible green and fertile. No. Along the road, you start noticing large forests of tall trees. Some of these are black wattle trees, which were introduced to Zimbabwe from Australia in the 1940s. They were originally planted for the tannin in their bark, which was used in leather processing. Today, the wood from these trees is also widely used to make charcoal, including well-known Vesta charcoal used for braais across the region. The drive down into Honde Valley is something else. You move from the cool mountain peaks, including areas near Mount Nyangani, Zimbabwe's highest mountain, down into the warm floor. The elevation drops dramatically and the landscape changes quickly.
Our GPS was faithful, right? And not to that season.
As we drove through the valley, we stopped to pick up one of our relatives near the Samanga Clinic Turnoff, which is an important health center serving many communities in this region.
Samanga Clinic.
Okay, so it's Samanga something. Okay. Oh, but there's some banana and other stuff.
Yes.
Cool. That's a very busy road. That's a very busy road. Yeah. As soon as you enter the valley, one thing becomes very clear: bananas everywhere. Honde Valley is known as the banana capital of Zimbabwe. Over the years, banana farming has transformed the economy here, supporting thousands of small-scale farmers and bringing millions of dollars into the rural community. Driving through the valley, you can see plantations after plantation stretching across the hills. It's amazing to see how agriculture can completely change the livelihood of a community. When we pass through Hauna Growth Point, which is the main commercial center in the valley, Hauna has grown into a busy hub with shops, markets, and services for the rural farming community. So this is Hauna shopping center. But on the bank, you're going to have the cabs. Yeah. Not far from here is the famous Murara suspension footbridge, locally nicknamed Mudebu Debu because it bounces as people walk across it. It crosses the Pungwe River, which eventually flows all the way into Mozambique. Hello guys, we're here at Kwamurara and this is a floating bridge. I've just crossed it and yo, it's so scary, but yeah. This is how the bridge is. Look at that. Look at that. Further along our journey, we're surrounded by something that completely changed the scenery again: tea plantations. Endless rows of bright green tea fields covering the hills. These estates were developed decades ago to turn the region into a commercial tea producing area. Today, the tea produced here is exported internationally and used in well-known brands overseas. The landscape is absolutely stunning, rolling green hills as far as the eye can see.
Eastern Highlands plantations. Kune tea warehouse ne anzi Aberfoyle lodge magana lodge amhlana ku tea warehouse.
Gambe kutokuda panapa kwenda.
Hey, wow. This is where your tea is coming from, guys. This is where your tea is coming from. All this field. Eastern Highlands, Zimbabwe. This is beautiful. Nyawamba Dam. The Eastern Highlands. The Eastern Highlands.
Before ending our trip, we passed by Nyawamba Dam, also known as Wamba Dam. The water winds quietly through the hills and creates one of the most peaceful views in the entire region.
Guys, this is a close shot of how the tea looks like. It's called Katio. I don't know, but it's Eastern Highlands. I'm just gonna take a small leaf. Let's see if I'm able to taste. It doesn't smell anything like tea, but I don't know, maybe if it's processed it's gonna taste nice. But yeah, I've got this. I hope I won't get in trouble with it. Those are workers coming from the plantation. Yeah. Oh, shame. Shame. That's what they did to our car. A big lorry dipped some mud on the car. Shame. So that's why you shouldn't bring cars to plantations.
If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along as we continue building and living on our rural homestead. And now it's time to head back to Domboshawa and continue the project.
Nanga makaro era. Ne ipo.